Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. I'm getting over an illness, so I still sound a little weird, but I feel great. And I am going to pick 5 more books to add to my Q2 TBR. Now, the books today are books that I own. So I have spent about the last 24 hours typing in all of my physical books and then double checking my Kindle, my Chirp account, and my Audible account to make sure that I have everything in there that I own right now as of today when I'm filming. So you can kind of see here, I'm mostly out of the way, but I'll move down here out of the way. I've got physical books, Audible books, Chirp books, and Kindle. And I didn't put my total number of physical books. So let me just do that really quickly. It's not all that many. I mean, it is. It's 84 books, but compared to compared to the physical books that I've owned in the past, it's not a lot. Audible, I own 71 books. Chirp is 260, and my Kindle is 384. Now, I have seen some people who have 1,000 or more books on their Kindle, so I guess I feel okay about what I have. But most of my Kindle books came from Stuff Your Kindle days, and I don't even know what the books are. So I would like to get rid of these by reading them or trying them and deciding that I'm going to DNF. But I just want to control my Kindle reads and only get books that I think I'm going to like, which means I don't have to avoid the Stuff Your Kindle days. But on those days, instead of letting myself get overwhelmed and just grabbing books based on the title or the cover or almost nothing, then I am going to take my time and add books from Stuff Your Kindle days, but books that I actually look at and think that maybe I would want to read those, just paying a little bit more attention. So, anyway, the plan here is I have created a series of wheels. The first wheel has physical books, Audible, Chirp, and Kindle. Just those 4 things on it, and it looks like this. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna make, I think it's gonna look exactly the same. It is, okay. I was gonna say I was gonna do 2 slices of all of them, but they're still gonna be the same proportions. That was real dumb of me. They're still gonna be 25% no matter how many slices I put on there. So, that's just what we're gonna go with, and I'm gonna spin this 5 times, and each time it's gonna tell me which wheel to go spin after that. So, for spin number 1, let's see which wheel we're going to be going to and spinning. It looks like it's gonna be Chirp, so good news for me, that's an audiobook. The other thing the other thing is that if it lands on a series book, and because some of them I have, like, all the way up to book 4 or 5 in a series. I have 1 to 5, and I haven't even read the first book. So if it lands on book 5, I'm gonna read book 1. If it lands on number 3, I'm gonna read book 1. So, yes, that means that there are some serieses that have a higher chance of me reading a book from there, but that's because I have more books in that series, so I feel like they should have a higher chance than the others. So, that is the plan, and that's how it's gonna go. So let me go open my Chirp books. Here they are, 260 entries. I can't even read what they are. Also, I went through and changed these colors of them to make them cuter. I'm not doing that on the rest of these. So the rest of these are just gonna be these plain colors that automatically come on all of them. So I just realized that you guys didn't have the sound from the excitement. What is this? The Cabin. Okay, let me go look this up. So I'm searching. Ooh, The Cabin by Landon Beach. It's book 3 in the Great Lakes Saga. But that was the other thing I was gonna say. If I don't own book 1, which I do, I own 4 books in the series, but if I don't own book 1 or wherever I'm supposed to be in the thing, I'm just gonna read that book, and if that doesn't work as a standalone, then I shouldn't have bought a random number in the series. That's just ridiculous that I did that. So, I own the first book, The Wreck. So instead of The Cabin, I'm actually reading The Wreck. While on a Great Lakes vacation, Nate finds a gold coin buried in the sand, and the discovery launches a treasure hunt that will put everything he holds dear at risk. Mysteries tinged with adventure and colorful characters. Perfect. My next big project is to go through Goodreads and add all of these books that I own, add them to my want to read list because clearly I own them, so I need to read them. All right, let's do a couple of shuffles and spin again and see what book number 2 is going to be. Ooh, one of my physical ones. That's good because I can just go grab it from somewhere in my house. Okay, here are my physical books. We're gonna shuffle a couple of times and then we're gonna spin. I'm really excited about this one. I have graphic novels and regular on here, like anything I own is on here. Oh gosh. Adulthood is a myth. It's right here. This might be my newest graphic novel that I got by Sarah Scribbles. And one of you guys recommended it and I put it on my list. So here we go. I'm going to, I don't know if I want to remove it or not. I'm not going to remove it. I'm trying to figure out how mad I'm going to be at future me for not removing it because I feel like I'm going to wait. Is this already on my TBR? No. Okay. I'm just looking at all of my books that I've already picked for my TBR. This is not there. Okay, but there's The Wreck, and then here is Adulthood is a Myth. Okay, I'm gonna keep a stack over here in case I get more physical books. I'm really excited about it. Okay, shuffle a couple of times. Next. What I was saying was future me is gonna be very angry that I have to remember to come back and take the things off that I've read. Another physical book. Okay, here we go. Shuffle, shuffle, spin. But I don't wanna take them off in case I don't get to them, like, if I don't read them, I don't want them to be, like, gone. Oh. Okay, let me grab it. So far, they've been right here next to me. The Gate to Kagoshima. This is beautiful sprayed edges. This is supposed to be Outlander in feudal Japan. Oh, it's beautiful too. Okay, I'm not removing it. Oh, I'm gonna regret that. Okay. Now we're on spin number 4. How is it already number 4? Okay, 4. I want a Kindle book at some point or an Audible. There we go. Okay, Audible. So over here, let's open up Audible owned wheel. I have 73 books over here. Here they go. Some of these are in series as well that are okay. So this is book 4 in a series, but I have all 4 of the books on Audible. So I'm searching my library for Luke. Here we go. Unexpected, book 4. So the first one is called Wit by Cora Rose. Okay. I have no idea what these are. All 4 of them were together in a bundle, and I was like, okay, apparently they're romances. All right. There are those 2 books added. So we only have 1 more spin. So shuffle, shuffle. I kind of want a Kindle book. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I really do want to read more of those Kindle books, and it's going to go to physical. Okay. You know what? I'm doing what the wheel says. So no Kindle books this time. I mean, there are books on my Kindle, but okay. I'm opening up my physical wheel and we will shuffle a couple of times and spin it. Oh gosh, I accidentally clicked off of it. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Buchanan. I'm not sure how you say it. Wealthy Washington suburbanites Marissa and Matthew Bishop seem to have it all until Marissa is unfaithful. Beneath their veneer of perfection is a relationship driven. It says riven. Riven, is that a word? By work and a lack of intimacy. Maybe riven means like ripped apart. I don't know. Marissa wants to repair things for the sake of their 18-year-old son and because she loves her husband. Okay. Enter Avery Chambers. Avery is a therapist who lost her professional license. Still, it doesn't stop her from counseling those in crisis, though they have to adhere to her unorthodox methods, and the Bishops are desperate. When they glide through Avery's door and Marissa reveals her infidelity, all 3 are set on a collision course because the biggest secrets in the room are still hidden, and it's simply no longer a marriage that's in danger. Okay. I have to say that I got this book because my friend also does Book of the Month. We used to both do it, and we would get books and we would read our books and then we would trade with each other, like mail them to each other. And she sent me this one. I did not pick this one because I don't like domestic thrillers. I usually just avoid them. And this has actually been on my shelf that when people come to my house, I say, hey, there's books on this shelf over here. And if you want any of them, you can take them. Except there's a few caveats because there's some books over there that I love and I'm just keeping. But anyway, this has been on that shelf and nobody has taken it so far. So I guess I'm going to be reading it. I'm at least giving it a shot. I might not finish, I might DNF it, but at least I'm gonna try it. Either way, it gets off my shelf, which is the point of this whole thing. Also, it's set in Washington, DC, and that's where I'll be moving at the end of Q2. So I guess it's nice to read a book set there. All right, let me zoom in a little. And there we go. Here are the 5 books that I own that I will be adding to the Q2 TBR. Now, if y'all are like me, you realize that in a 3-month period, if I'm only reading 5 books that I own, then we have a little bit of a problem. But what I am also going to be doing is random now that I've created these wheels, if I am let's say I'm reading a physical book for my TBR game that I play with you guys, and I just want something in the background to listen to, I am going to spin that wheel for one of the audiobooks and pick that up. Also, vice versa, if I'm reading an audiobook for the game, then I'm going to spin the Kindle thing and just read one of those Kindle books. But I really want to start reading more on my Kindle and physically just so I can be practicing setting aside reading time and not feeling guilty about it. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. But that means that's everything for this video of my owned books, and the only thing I have left is 5 more books to add to this TBR. So we are now at 23 out of the 28 on here, and we're finished on the previous page over here. So the only thing that's left is one more game. That will be coming up, and then you'll see everything else that I have planned for April, May, and June. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.